Welcome to another episode of Design Talk with your host, Dawn Christine.
Hi everybody, this is Dawn Christine with Design Talk, and today we are in sunny Sanford, North Carolina, which is just south of the Research Triangle Park. And we are here at a home and we're going to look at a renovation with a client. This is our first on-site meeting and the client's going to discuss with me their wish list, and we're going to walk around the house so I can get a sense of what they really want to accomplish with their project. We always start the design process with a needs and options review, and this is where we assess the site conditions, the client's needs, and look at options that could solve those needs. Come take a look. Hey,
Good to see you.
it's good to see you too. Are you excited to get this project started?
I really am. I'm looking forward to working with this client and trying to come up with some solutions for their ideal, their vision.
Absolutely.
Obviously with your help.
For sure, and Gregory is a general contractor and he's going to be working out the construction aspects and details, and he's also going to be helping us with budgeting so that we make sure the design we craft fits the client's budget. Let's go talk with the client and find out all the things they want and see what we can do to achieve this for them.
Sounds like a great idea.
This house is a quaint little house, but it definitely looks like there could be some improvements. It's situated right here on the Carolina Lakes, and I'm so excited to see the inside.
Dawn, it's so good to see you.
Stephanie, it's so great to see you. Are you excited to get started?
I am so happy to get started. You want to come in and see it?
I would love to. Let's do this. Hey, great. So here, our crew is here, and this is Britton. He's our associate architect. He's also a landscape architect, and he
great.
and Desiree are going to be doing the measuring and photographs.
Okay.
And Desiree also helps with interior design, so she's going to be helping as well. And then this is my husband, John, and he's going to be operating the drone.
Oh.
So we're going to get full capture of your home. So we're excited to get started. Here we are in your kitchen, and I believe you prepared a wish list of all the things you want to accomplish with this renovation.
I did. I have quite the list. One of the biggest things is trying to figure out how to use some of the space better. And so I think one of our biggest wishes is to move this wall out to the end of the deck.
Okay.
And kind of just reconfigure this space, and all included that would be the sunroom.
Mm-hmm.
The sunroom is such an odd kind of space to walk into. It's a lovely, nice room, but it just has a small door. It just doesn't function very well for us.
Yeah, it's welcoming and bright, but it doesn't have the spatial feel for the furniture and the entrance to really all come together and feel complete.
Yes.
So that's something we can definitely solve.
The other thing is like sitting for family. Sometimes we'll have 15 plus family members here, and we just don't have a lot of sitting for dining.
Gotcha.
We didn't want to make that room a dining room because you walk right
It's the
into
first
the
room.
house.
Yeah. That makes perfect sense, and I can see, with this beautiful lakefront property, you have a lot of visitors.
Yes, especially in the summer with the pool, or with the lake and the beach and the grandkids.
Absolutely, it's just a beautiful location for sure. So,
Thank
and
you.
definitely with a renovation, we always advise people, if you're going to renovate, the reason to do it is because you love the location, because otherwise sometimes it's more cost effective to buy new and to get all the features you want. But with a view like this, it is the right location to renovate.
Exactly, and we weighed that when we were trying to decide, do we want to remodel or just, start fresh somewhere else and build? But you're right, the location, just you can't find anything that's as relaxing and enjoyable and family friendly.
It is. It definitely seems very family friendly. I'd like to move here, for the record. But I think you also had some things upstairs that you wanted to look at, so let's go look at that.
Okay.
Oh, I love this big window here at the staircase. It adds a lot of natural light to this upper area.
Yeah, other than the obvious lake, the other reason why we love this house is because of all the windows and how open it is.
Oh yes, this feels fantastic. It feels like you're in a nest sitting on the lake, almost like you're on a yacht.
It does, and when you're laying in bed, it feels like you're on a cruise ship because you don't see well, even right here, you don't see the land at all.
You don't.
Yeah.
It's perfect. I love how big this space feels. And so what do you want to achieve up here?
Well, we're very happy with the bedroom, but the master bathroom is just small, outdated. So we would like to make that larger, enlarge the shower with the tub inside, and probably move this. Right now there are 2 closets, and probably move one into that loft somehow and make it just one large master.
That makes sense. And it would be great to capture some of the lake view in the master bathroom, if at all possible.
That would be wonderful.
I know the Mac Daddy option we were looking at was possibly extending to a second floor, which might give us those possibilities, but we'll have to talk to Greg and see if we can get the budget to jive.
Yes, for sure. That would be a dream to have more space up here.
Okay, well, great. Let's talk to the builder.
Okay, let's do. All right, so I outlined the 3 options to kind of give us a little bit of a guide of what my thoughts are on most important and what would be the dream, and then kind of the bare minimum that I would be happy with.
It's a great idea.
Okay, great. So it looks like we've got 3 options, the bare minimum of what we're trying to achieve. And then option 2 is, okay, the bare minimum plus some of the bells and whistles. Mm-hmm. And option 3 is the Mac Daddy, yes, where we get everything we want.
That's right.
And this is why we have Gregory here, because he's going to help bring some balance to the design conversation and talk about the budget, because the budget oftentimes can hinder or help the design. And so part of this process is streamlining that so that we can be unified and have a seamless process from concept to construction. So Gregory, why don't you tell us a little bit about these options and what the pluses and minuses of the construction cost may be? Without having anything drawn. I know that's a big ask.
So we have a concept, and essentially that's a theory. We are very good at putting pricing to specific material options. We're good at giving allowances for selections that likely will vary. Mm-hmm. But what we can do is we can kind of price 3 different estimates based on these 3 ideas. But the drawing is what gives us detail, and to be quite honest, the detail that your drawing provides allows me to more specifically create a budget that's not a range of $100,000 to $800,000, but instead $500,000 to $550,000. So we're eliminating a margin of error by doing the design preliminarily and allowing Ms. Christine to give us the options versus us just saying, well, maybe we'll do this and it'll cost $100,000. It's just not a good science without the design.
Yeah, and you bring up a really good point, because a lot of times what happens is clients will come and they'll have met with a builder, and the client will be waving their hands about what they want, and the builder is interpreting that one way, the client's interpreting that another way, but until something is on paper, nobody really knows what this talkitecture is, and it means different things
I like that term.
to different people. So what we do in our needs and options review is we are going to get everything measured here at your house, the inside, the outside. We're going to have our drone take aerials so we can make sure we get the roof right and establish the existing conditions. So then we can look at some options in really rough form before we spend too much money on drawing a design to make sure we're heading in the right direction with the design and the right direction with the budget. And so Gregory's gonna work with us even this is, I call the pre-design phase, because we're not really in design. We're just looking at what the possibilities are. And one mistake I see a lot of people make is they don't do this. They rush into a single concept, and then down the road, they're looking at options, or sometimes even when it's under construction. I'm sure you have experience with that.
Which can complicate the permitting process, the inspection process. And so there's no amount of planning that's too much in this circumstance.
That's right. You either pay now or pay later.
Exactly.
And if you pay later, it often costs 3 or 4 times as much, because you've got a lot of subs on the job. I've seen people where they're moving walls when it's under construction, and it's a whole lot less expensive to move a wall on a drawing than when you're under construction.
Exactly. And it just creates a more comfortable experience for the customer, because we have, with 90% accuracy, been able to stay on all fixed contract budgets. And this will help us hopefully get there.
Yeah, and it'll help Stephanie visualize all these ideas that she has and decide if the cost value benefit is worthwhile. So she can then look at the form, look at the floor plans and say, this is worth X dollars and this is worth Y dollars. Which one makes more sense? Maybe the Y dollars makes more sense because she's in love with the design and can't find it anywhere on this great lake, you know, so she'll have to make that the decision, but we will help you every step of the way. Look at all these pieces and see how they fit to make the perfect project for you.
I love that. I love that because I have so many ideas, but I'm pretty sure all of them won't be in the budget. So being able to pick and choose with all that information will be helpful.
Absolutely. Well, we're excited to get started. And so the very first step is we have a team here and they're going to take detailed measurements. And this is going to help you, Greg. So when you get our drawings, you're not going, what is this? They'll take detailed measurements so that we have enough information to build an exterior three-dimensional model and an interior three-dimensional model, because we do exterior design and interior design. So we can make sure every detail is exactly the way you want it, and we can make sure you understand every detail she wants.
Exactly.
So you can build it exactly the way she wants it. So
yes, ma'am.
Together, this team, we're gonna create a really fantastic project. And I'm loving this because you guys seem like a really fun group to work with.
I'm excited.
I'm really excited.
Okay, so we'll update you on our progress next time.